breaker, all these things, and when the other nations bring it on, especially Jake, it's because they're taught by his wicked ass. They're only emulating what they see him do and get away with it, thinking that's the only way to do it. But the Most High,
everything with this devil is tactics, man. Everything
Yep.
that he used against the masses, it's all about tactics, man. He used what you call a psychological operation,
Yeah.
where he knows how to control you people's minds through the information that he put out. Just like with the whole situation with this cop. Now, a lot of heat is starting to cool on this cop because they want to now pin the whole situation on what Michael Brown did prior to him getting killed by this devil.
Right.
You know, let's shift the blame off this cop. Now this cop has justification now because this same black man was caught stealing out of the store 10 minutes before then.
And right now, when you Jason and Esau's court law, who said objection,
right?
That's when you say objection, and the judge will ultimately say sustain.
Yep.
You know, like you have a point. That has nothing to do with why he got shot.
Yep. So they using tactics, man.
I got that.
And that's the reason why a lot of you coon niggas are starting to go basically fall back on the side of the devil.
Yep.
So you even got our own saying, yeah, well, shit, that was justified. You should have been out there robbing and stealing.
And
when that devil didn't kill him because he stole.
Because what happens when you call objection, that's bringing in something into the case that doesn't pertain to what we're talking about.
It's a red herring.
Right. And what that does is that makes you psychologically put blame on him for something else. Now, when they say objection and sustain, basically you have to stop talking about that and go back. Everybody else that's in the jury has to go back and erase that part from your memory, erase that part from your judgment, part of your judgment. You know, but they're using that tactic to make you feel a certain way. Oh, he was just a thief ass nigga.
And it's funny how they didn't release that surveillance video until like a week later, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people was like, damn, like, and then even the so-called white man himself was like, well, shit, they got a reason to you know, be upset. Yeah. But then them devils, they waited a great time. They waited for the best time, I should say, to put that video out. Now everybody's backtracking on what they felt, or what they thought, or they perceived judgment on the matter now.
Yeah.
Diverting from the whole top situation at hand. That has nothing to do, that has no connection with what just happened.
Right. They just smoked Jake for nothing.
Hey.
Unarmed Jake for nothing.
Trayvon Martin, he had lesser heat on him, and they found justification for him to get put to death, man.
Right.
You really couldn't find nothing on that dude.
Yep.
All they had was Skittles and tea.
Arizona. Yeah. Out of here.
You know? So they'll find anything to vilify Jake even after death.
Let her say that shit too.
Fuck that nigga and fuck that white bitch, man.
I believe he went along with that.
Fuck. That nigga, a nigga like that, yeah, a nigga like that, he gonna get rolled on in that day.
Hey, hold on. Before you keep going, I have the word tactics.
Huh.
Right? The definition, this is Webster's 2, New Riverside Pocket Dictionary. For the word tactics, it says the technique of securing strategic objectives.
Exactly. That's exactly what this devil do.
Especially in the deployment of military forces. Especially.
See?
And that's
how he operates, man.
Any branch of military, hold on, man. Any branch of military means war. And that's what it is. Though the media is at war with you people to get you to believe on something different than what's actually going on.
They want to train you to take on the cop side, the judge side.
Yep.
You know, they want you to take
way side.
They want you to believe in this so-called American justice system, man.
Which pushes you into the chip because you believe in the beast.
Yep.
And in the ways and the tactics of the beast.
Yep. And
the way that the beast operates. It's so bad, you niggas don't even run off the plantation now. You off the chain, but you ain't free because you ain't running off the plantation. Y'all ain't going too far out of what the law says you can and can't do. You're doing exactly what it says you can and can't do. You know, you're doing exactly within a reasonable means of that. Some Jacob has to survive by going outside of what the law says, but Esau lets you. There's some gray area with Esau, which proves he don't even believe in his own laws, because he routinely crosses it, and he uses you to cross it so he don't get caught red-handed with it. Red-handed, ain't that some shit?
Back in Jeremiah 49:10, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Well, he didn't spoil everybody around him, but he's not. How is it? Think about that. If everybody is fucked up, and say we all 30 people right here, and we all fucked up, but one guy is not. Guess who's probably part of fucking us up? That one guy. If not him, he's the main culprit. If not the guy doing it himself. How's everybody getting fucked up but you? Everybody around you is fucked up but you. That's the so-called white man. That's what he's doing. Eat him in the Bible. That's what you do. You go everywhere you're a virus. Everywhere you go, you destroy everything around you, and pollute and manipulate and fuck up everything around you. Everything you put your hands to gets fucked up. And you're trying to destroy the earth, but the Most High ain't gonna let you.
That's right. Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously with thee.
Woe unto you that ain't getting paid back for the shit that you doing. That you spoiling, but ain't being spoiled. That you fucking shit up, destroying shit, but you ain't there having nothing come back on you. That's what the Bible just said in Isaiah the 33rd chapter. Again, bro.
Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
When you stop being treacherous like they are, they continue to be treacherous. That's the only way they know anyway. Only time, and it's also treachery for them to stop being treacherous to allow you to go be treacherous. That's treacherous also. That's exactly what this white man does. He'll pass the buck on to you, but you get caught with it red-handed. And he don't. All he would have done or would do is reap the benefits of it. That's treachery. That's something else?
Okay. This is Habakkuk 2:8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people.
Let me say this real quick, leading into that. The whole point of us bringing all this out on the so-called white man is because this is what Jacob's starting to notice. This is what Jacob's waking up to. That there's a direct man walking the earth, and woman and child walking the earth that's doing these things that fit with the prophecies and the identities of these this devil is talking about. I mean, that the devil is doing, that the Bible is talking about. The so-called white man is what this Bible is talking about. Doing all these treacheries and everything else. And spoiling. We're just letting you know, because Jake is now waking up to see the way this man is acting. The way this devil's acting. The way Satan is acting in his physical counterpart with his red-ass skin.
That's right. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
Yeah, because all the shit that you do, you about to get destroyed heavily, and everybody gonna turn their back on you because they watching what you do. Because it's your turn now. And that's why Esau comes to, hey man, can we all get along? That was in the past. Fuck no. Fuck no. Your turn is next. Hold that, bro. Hold that. Get Revelations 13 and 9 and 10.
And these devils have the audacity to trip. Like, I'm looking at some of the comments, man, especially since it been found out that Michael Brown was, you know what I'm saying, he was caught, you know, taking some cigarettes out of the stove and strong-arming that little group, you know, or that East Indian or whoever, you know what I'm saying? You got the nerve to even justify a man dying by that. But meanwhile, your whole track record shows that's what you do.
That's what you do.
So why be a hypocrite and justify this man dying for that when your whole track record proves that you've been doing this for centuries?
Yep.
We have a whole laundry list
Dirty
of
laundry.
dirt that you people as a collective been doing since you existed.
Right.
So you have the nerve to even speak on it, man. And you devils are showing your true colors with this whole incident, man.
That's right.
You glad it's one less nigga on the street.
That's right.
You know? You're happy.
And all you
And I'm gonna tell you so-called Negroes,
Yeah.
more you gonna start keep getting plucked off,
Just
man.
gonna say that, bro. All you Negroes and Hispanics and natives, that's coming to you too.
Hey,
The
if
white
you-
man gonna do that to you too. He's been doing it already.
He been
Don't
doing
act
it.
like he ain't fucking you up at the border.
Yep.
He fucking you up at the border.
Yep.
This was your shit.
Yep. Yep.
You put labor in here before he ever showed up here. You put labor in here once he had you in captivity. But then he gonna push you off to another land,
Yep.
to the worst of your land,
Yep.
and you supposed to act like nothing, like it's all right. That's coming to you too. He gonna do you the same way. Once we're destroyed, once he feels he has the upper hand on the Negroes, he moving to the natives and the Hispanics next. He's probably doing it now, just ain't hit the mainstream media yet. What you got? Oh yeah, Revelation. 13.
Revelation chapter 13. It's a lot. 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If you have the ears open to hear it, which we've been talking about, if you have the ears open to hear this, then listen to it.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So that sounds like payback. That sounds like eye for eye, tooth for tooth, right? Keep going. And this is what you did. You put the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans and most of the known world into captivity. Go.
And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
You also did that too, so that's coming back to you.
Yep.
The chickens are come home to roost.
That's right.
It ain't all the way here yet, and you think you can catch that chicken and slay that chicken, but guess what? They coming to get you.
That's right.
Them jakes is not taking your shit no more, man. The Negro, Latino, Native American is waking up to your shit. And he gonna
Hey.
get you. And
Hey.
that's sanctioned, Salah. And that's sanctioned by the Most High. He wants that to happen.
Hey, that's what this Jake, the spirit of Jake is roused up, because I seen a video of a Jake at Eric Garner's funeral. And they was having like a little, it wasn't like a big protest or nothing, but it was a group of angry ass Jakes, you know what I'm saying, mourning Eric Gardner. And this one Jake, man, he had the spirit of a straight lion on him, man. And he was screaming like, hey man, enough is enough, man. We fed up with this shit, man. Fuck marching, fuck peace. We finna, the next, and we hear about another Jake being killed by one of you pigs, man. We gonna take action, man, and it ain't gonna be no protest.
Right.
You know, and he was like, I live by, hey, he was like, I believe the New Testament, but I go by the Old Testament when they say eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Right.
And he was not, hey man, he wasn't playing, man. You know? That's the spirit of the Most High rousing you Israelites up, man. That's the spirit that you're supposed to be in right now. Because the Lord is revealing your enemy before you. All of you, you see you got your common enemy.
Yep.
You Hispanics, don't try to stick with yourselves and look at from afar to see the Negroes being oppressed. You being oppressed too, man.
Yep.
You at least identified together 22 years ago in LA.
Yep.
It should be the same thing, man. You know?
And
A
then,
Hispanic just got killed in San Bernardino by a pig.
yep.
So-called Mexican. He got tased and killed, man. Another Jake got killed in LA. He had a mental disorder, man. Come on, man. So you need to open your eyes more, man. You need to open your eyes and realize what's really going on here.
Right. You are being exterminated.
Genocide. And that's what the elites, or the so-called Illuminati, so to speak, that's exactly what they want. They either want you dead, or they want you to willingly and blatantly be a slave for them, man.
Right.
And that's eventually that's what they're gonna that's what it's gonna boil down to when they issue out the chip,
Right.
or the mark of the beast. If you take that chip, you basically agreeing to being a servant of the New World Order, man.
Right.
And the Lord is going to kill you all if you accept that. What was your question?
I drink a lot. Last summer, I was working for a company called Ready Ice, Living Ice. I saw a man, he's like 34, 35, 36-year-old black man, shirt got on his head. He was driving an old pickup truck, giving up power. When I saw him,
Can you speak a little louder? I can't hear you.
when I saw him, I recognized who he was.
Uh-huh.
I went down the ramp from where I was making my delivery, and I walked up to him and I said, "Excuse me, I drink a lot." He said, "Well, a man can work so much and be so tired that he'll be too tired to drink." I said, "Okay." So I went back up the ramp and got a water and took it down. He said, "Thank you." And I went back up the ramp and I thought I'd lost my mind. I did not just meet Jesus Christ in the parking lot of Las Vegas. This woman came out and we were making our delivery and she said, "Yeah, see, I had your business there." I said, "Yes." She said, "How was it?" Jesus Christ is alive.
We know.
Yeah, the world.
The world doesn't. What's sad is a lot of people do know, but they just to be fair, like it was fair, they put up this image, right? Like it was fair, they put this in. If image don't matter, why put this up? But now that it's being revealed, that the men of the Lord are revealing that he is, will be today called a Negro, or that he is dark skinned and everything. Now the image don't matter. You know, but we all know the image does matter because it drives home a deeper cause, and it brings reality to the scriptures. It brings reality to the scriptures of what's really going on and the way it really feels. And the track record of all this other stuff that's going on is going to have to be paid back for. Read Revelations again.
Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So he could not to say he was one of those random slave Negroes, but you can, just like the Michael Brown, it could be any one of us that this stuff happened to. So when you take it away that it's not a so-called black man, like if they didn't have a description of the color or a real name, if a guy just named Michael and not Michael Brown, then it wouldn't be as real to you. But now you have a face to it, you have a name to it, you have a racial identity to it. It drives it more home. The same thing with the Lord. It drives it more home, and it makes it more personal to you. Because didn't you feel a connection with that man immediately, right? That's what the Spirit of the Lord will do to you. It will give you an immediate connection to this man. Matter of fact, I'll get it right quick. Romans 10. It's with our spirit.
I gotta go, gentlemen. Thank you.
Let me get you with one scripture. One, right before you go. Romans 10, what's the other? Romans 8. Romans 8 and 16. Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High God. You know, that spirit that you feel, that connection, is the spirit that draws us right in.
It resonates.
Right.
You look like you're kind of out of it.
Yeah.
I know you're responsive, but you look like you're out of it because you had a lot to drink.
No, I haven't had that much. I've spent about 7 hours in the gym. I was 264 pounds 10 months ago. Today I weighed myself and I weighed 180.
That's what's up, man. So, good job. Put your work in. Let me read this. Romans 10 and 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. You know, so should I keep going? Yeah, for they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High God. And basically, to say out loud, that your spirit does connect with you, that he is a black man, you know, and all of that. But at the same time, that you're supposed to be under some type of some type of knowledge, according to righteous knowledge about this. But you have to go about it with an open mind and a righteous spirit about it, and let his spirit guide you from there. You know, so that in itself is an excellent testimony. We appreciate you coming with it. You know.
The only other thing I want to say to you is that in the past 15 years, I believe that there's not been a place for violence in this world. But recently, my God has revealed to me that you do something stupid. People do things that are
Just know that we coming into a violent time.
That's what I was
This is a
gonna say
real
next.
violent time because the Lord spoke to me.
I'm not afraid.
You know?
Yeah.
Are you going to be ready for the race wars when that happens? Because that's going to happen.
Yeah.
The Negro and Hispanic is tired of oppression from the white man.
And they're going to be on the same side as they're supposed to be.
I call it blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
Devil, the word devil means deceiver.
Yep.
Satan, the word Satan means adversary. That's exactly who they are.
Yeah.
The whole reason I became what I become.
Yeah. Hey, take that, or your God also, if it's the same God that we're talking about, you don't like that crossover there, man.
Really?
Yo, that's
a representation of crucifixion that the problem.
yeah, of crucifixion, not his crucifixion, just crucifixion, which he was crucified. Like if we had a hammer or a machine gun to kill him, would you be wearing a machine gun or a hammer? You know? So he don't like that. He don't like skulls and all of that.
When it says to take up his cross, it doesn't mean
To wear
that
a
symbol.
crucifixion on.
The cross represents the struggle, the burden that he
Right.
had to live with.
Bear, yeah.
You have
Deal
to
with
bear.
your burden.
You have to bear with your burden just
Your
like he's
personal
bearing
burdens,
his.
yeah.
That's what he means by that.
Yeah.
God, there is no God that wants a man to create a religion that oppresses and kills.
Well, hold on, slow down, because God does want that on some level. He does want oppression. He set this up that we're being oppressed by the blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. You know, by the so-called white man. He set that up because we disobeyed him. All these captivities, he set us up in this to go through oppression and murder and all this other stuff that we go through. But it's for a reason. It's a righteous reason why also. And in the next life, in our kingdom of heaven, we're going to do it to the next, to them and to everybody else. That's what we just did.
What's your nationality?
German Mexican.
German Mexican.
On the father's side, or
Is your father Mexican?
My grandfather was German, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and my mother was
Well, my mother goes back, and her father goes back to Germany. Also, her grandfather. But let's not forget
May
the
or
dark
may
ages
not be,
there.
but if the spirit resonate with you, then
Right.
it's for you. If not, then
Right.
we out here just to warn our people that are on this side.
Yeah, but will the Edomite openly on camera admit that who you call Jesus Christ was black?
Well,
And that he was visited in
some of
captivity?
them, yeah. You know, some of them will admit it.
Have you guys seen a video of a lion called the Tumandela?
The two what?
The Tumandela. There is a lion in Africa. His name is Tumandela. He was named that by some African tribesmen. He's the only lion in recorded history that goes out of his way to kill hyenas. Hyenas are a representation of all this Steve. It's bad beast. This lion, the Tumandela, look it up one day. You'll see him. All he does, run around.
Just kill up all the hyenas.
Yeah, that's coming.
That's coming.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be with people.
yeah. Tumandela's gonna be Jake,
Yep.
you know? Chasing.
It's gonna be the
chasing-
so-called black man in America. He's gonna be that lion. They starting to run.
And Hispanic.
That spirit is starting to hop on them now, man.
Right. The so-called hyena is going to be the chase rope, which is the so-called white man in fight.
Yep.
They're going to chase him and hunt him down.
Well, I tell you what, you're not going to have a chance.
They don't have a chance. That's right, brother.
God bless you.
All right,
All
bro.
right, man.
You know what I mean? Testimony, what it was, you know.
Hey,
Take it for what it is.
like what I was just saying, man. Jake is fed, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you've seen the footage, but it was a Jake. It was Jake's that was out there in the protest, and them cops that are militarized shooting tear gas and rubber bullets. Them Jakes ain't even moved by that, man. Them MRAPs, the military vehicles that they done brought over there. Jake ain't even moved by that shit, man. They ain't even in fear, man. If really that shit is making them more gassed up, man.
Hey, because what Esau don't get, Esau, you look at old shit, they got an MRAP.
Yep.
Jake is like, they need a man to command that MRAP.
Yep.
And if I kill that man, they can't run. That MRAP is nothing.